What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex. Shout out to the Elite Fleet. Make sure you like and subscribe so you can become a member of the Elite Fleet. And I wanted to do a review of this video right here because often you hear modern women talk about how they don't need no man. We don't need no man. We don't need no man. It's 2022. And for the sake of this video, we're going to leave the providing out of it. And we're going to talk solely about protection, because something I keep hearing modern women say now all the time is, what we need you to protect us for, we can protect ourselves. We don't need your protection no more. And ironically, they only feel that way because of the modern conveniences of life, which really were provided by men, such as the police or security systems. And before anyone says it, there's some female cops. Yeah, the vast majority, over 80% of the police force is male, and it still was instituted, put into place, and created by men. So because of these conveniences, you think, well, we don't need a man for anything. But what you forget is nature is unpredictable. Nature is wild. And in the words of Family Guy, damn nature, you scary. So what happens when nature comes and you don't have a man in the house? Well, that's what Becky's about to find out. Now, in the case of this Becky, she's lucky she had a man there to protect her. But the entire time as you guys watch this and we do this reaction, I want you to think about what would have happened if she was a strong, independent woman who ain't need no man, and she was in the house by herself when this buck attacked, when this buck knucked. He nut because he was buck. But with all that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, so Becky coming out of the house, she probably fresh out of cussing her man out. She'll probably yell at him for putting a pot in the refrigerator, right? Whatever the case may be, all right? But either way, Becky coming fresh out of the house, all right? From probably nagging her man, because Becky's love to nag, all right? So here she comes, and boom, like Pokemon, a wild buck appears. All right, now I want you guys to understand, this is a buck, not a deer. Now this buck is already belligerent because he's stumbling. He done came out the woods stumbling. I don't know if he's drunk. I don't know if he's high. I don't know if he on an acid trip. He done took some ayahuasca. He done talked to Aaron Rodgers. We don't know what's wrong with this buck, but this buck came out just stumbling, just falling. So the buck already startled. He's already confused. All right, so what you don't want to do in this situation is make it worse, as her man's gonna advise her.
Back up.
Look, now he says back up. All right, yeah, get out of the way. He looking at you. Like I said, this deer is drunk. All right, very dangerous. Let's leave this deer alone. Let him sober up. Let him go drink some water or something.
One baby there.
And now here comes the dog. Now, why this little ass dog came out of the house? Now, you know what? Before I talked to baby girl, I would have said something mean about this dog. But after talking to her, I realized that these small breed of annoying ass little dogs that look like rats and rodents are actually retarded. So I'm just going to go ahead and make the assumption that the reason this dog ran out of the house to take on this giant ass creature that it clearly stands no chance at defeating, he must have thought he was Krypton. He must have thought he was the underdog. I don't know who this dog thought he was. All right, this hot dog here. But because he's retarded, as baby girl explained to me, I'm going to give him some slack for thinking he could take on this deer. All right, now she's doing the right thing. She's backing up. But at this point, Fido done decided that he going to risk it all and he's going to come and save the day. So, hey, Fido got to learn a hard lesson here. All right. I remember one time when my mom was giving my sister a driving lesson and she almost killed us all because she swerved off the road because of a squirrel. My mom was like, why would you swerve? She's like, because I seen a squirrel. She's like, the hell with that damn squirrel. You going to kill us over a squirrel? That's what Becky is about, to risk her life over this dog. But let's continue. So the dog want to run up. And the buck like, look, the buck ready to go. He like, nuck. If you buck, why nuck? If he nucking, we bucking, we ready to fight. Watch this. Get your punk ass out of here. Run that back. Look. Man, get the punk ass out of here. So the buck knucks at the dog, knocks the dog under the goddamn car. The dog is KO'd. He's out of commission. The dog is Jordan Poole at this point. The buck is Draymond Green. The dog is done. All right. Now look at Becky. She's like, hey, I got to save my animal. So she turns around and she decides she wants to go and attack the animal. All right, now she thinks she's Xena Warrior Princess. She got the word card. She got all that going on. She thinks she Wonder Woman. She thinks she Captain Marvel. All right, I don't know who she thinks she is. Maybe she thinks she Miss Marvel. I don't know who she thinks she is. Maybe she thinks she's She-Hulk. But she done buffed up. She done tried to go Super Saiyan and she's going to attack the deer. Now, this is something that should be common sense and I shouldn't have to tell you guys. But let me just tell you guys in general. All right, this is a wild animal. Animals have the advantage over humans. All right, God blessed us with the ability to think and free will, not the ability of strength. All right, we outthink, we trap our opponents. Never run up on a wild animal with a bag. Not a knife, not a gun, not a bat. She got a bag. So it doesn't take much for us to assume that this is going to end pretty badly for her. But let's see. So boom, she boxed the buck with the bag, and now the buck like, oh, word? Nuck. If you buck, why nuck? If you buck, why nuck? He bucking, you knocking, you ready to fight. So he like, oh, you want some of this? So boom, look. Bam! Now, I want you guys, look, fight over. The fight's over. Y'all see how quick she lost this fight? Look, from the point where she decided to hit him, watch how fast this is over. Pop. It's over. She's done. She needs help. She needs help. Now, again, if she was a strong, independent queen who ain't need no man, who exactly would be coming to help her right now? Because all her neighbors are in the damn house. All right, they may or may not hear her screaming, but I mean, what's the likelihood you about to come over here and risk your life for a woman that ain't yours? Slim to none. All right, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. She's lucky she had an older man, because if she would have had a millennial or a Gen Z man, she probably would have just got bucked. He probably would have tossed her ass to the top of the roof, and they probably wouldn't have came out there to help her. But luckily for her, she's got a traditional old school man, because he's gonna come out and try to save the day. And she's screaming, and a lot of people said when they seen this video, why is she screaming? Why is she screaming? I just want to quickly explain why she's screaming. See, what she's doing right now is what we call the simp siren. And the simp siren is when women bite off more they can chew, like, say, smacking a wild-ass animal in the head with a purse for some reason. They scream, and some simps are supposed to come and save them. Now, in this case, this is clearly either her husband or her father. You can't really tell. Some people say, well, it's got to be her father because she looks a lot younger. But I say, well, you know, women date older all the time. And she doesn't look that young to me. She probably dyed her hair or something like that. White women age with milk, like milk. So we never really know how old this woman is. But either way, her father, her uncle, her man, whoever it is, a man comes to help her and save her from this here deer. Okay? Now, here's a lesson for the fellas. If you're going to take on a deer, you might want to come out there again with a bat, with a knife or a gun or something like that. But I can understand, you hear the woman screaming, she's in trouble. You want to come and save your woman. So here he comes. He's about to save the day. Here we go. Get your ass on. Look, get your hands off my woman. Get your hands off my woman. Now, at this point, here's a technique for future references, okay? If you're fighting a deer and you can't get the deer in a headlock, and you are able to grab his antlers like this because this is a surprise attack, which is your only chance. Really, you should have put it in the headlock. But if you're able to grab his antlers like this, break its neck. All right, don't try to wrestle with the deer. Because if the deer gets free, it's going to whoop your ass, as we're about to see coming up. The deer breaks free, and look, now he's in trouble. Now he's in trouble. Look, yeah. Now he's got a horn in his ass. Now, at this point, they all coming to try to save her and the retarded-ass dog. All right, which they should have just let the dog suffer his fate for running out there. He got bucked under the car. If he'd stayed under the car, he would have been fine. But now look, two other dogs coming. The man's coming. He getting poked in his ass. This is just all bad. so the deer spots the dog. This deer is a G. He like, bring me all challengers. He don't give a damn because he about to go at the dog. Look, bam. He caught the dog with the Draymond Green to the chin. The dog gonna get out of here. He look, I don't want no smoke. The dog getting the hell out of here. The man getting the hell out of here. This deer taking all challenges. He like, what's up? I'll take y'all on. This deer is a G. So the dog, smartly, he's getting out of here. The man's getting out of here. She should be going back in the house, but instead of going in the house, look what she's gonna do. Now, here comes another dog. Now, they got a lot of dogs, but look at the deer. He immediately spots it somehow. He got eyes in the back of his head. They're like, oh, you want some too? Look, that dog like, no. It's like Friday. They're like, oh, you want some too? Dog like, no. So the dog's getting out of there. Now, she's going to stay in here, and she's going to do this. Look. All right, this is the part where you might want to turn it down. Now, instead of running in the house to either just get out of the situation or to get a weapon to help your two dogs, or your three dogs, I ain't seen little Fido. I hope he okay under the car. But instead of going to get some type of a weapon to help your man and the two dogs attack this deer, or to just get out of the way, you're going to stand there and scream. He already responded to your simp whistle, all right? Ain't nobody else coming. There's no way any neighbor's about to run across the street to protect you from this wild animal. All right. So now she decided to finally go in the house because the deer looking at her like, if you don't shut the hell up, siren, I'm going to kick your ass again. So she like, let me go on. Look, she like, let me get out of here. Little deer about to mess around. Like, hey, lady, shut the fuck up. That's the deer. The deer like, shut your dumb ass up. Stop screaming. You like, get your ass in the house. So she going in the house. They all back here like, yo, what we gonna do? What are we gonna do? They like, what are we gonna do? They back here. They don't know what the hell to do. They at the mercy of the deer at this point. So now the deer looking back over here like, y'all want some more? Look, he trying to get in the car. He can't get in the car because the door locked. There go Fido. Fido done came back. He should have stayed his ass under the car, but Fido done came back. He can't get in the car because the door locked. She didn't even unlock the door. She over there screaming, could have unlocked the door, but she didn't. So his old ass stuck out here with 2 poodles, it looks like, and a rat. They in big trouble right now. No gun, no bat, no knife, no nothing. A big ass buck, 2 poodles, and a rat. That's your defense force. Good Lord.
It's locked.
Look, he's like, can't open the car, it's locked. Unlock the door, goddammit. You already in the house. Help us. Help us. He's like, SOS, help. Chat. Chat, help. Somebody unlock the car door. Look, the deer confused again. He like, I ain't got no challengers left. I guess I'm good now. I told y'all he disoriented. The deer is drunk. The deer done had too much to drink. Deer don't know what the hell's going on. So he's just trying to figure out his life right now. They can't get in the car door. Okay.
Baby, come here. Baby, come here.
Look, they still worry about that little rat. Baby, come here. The hell with that rat. First of all, salute to the poodles for at least distracting them for a minute. That rat ain't do nothing. That rat got cleaned up real quick. That rat got knocked off the bike like in Friday. Look, the deer granting mercy at this point. He like, I done whooped y'all ass enough. She done stopped screaming. I guess I'll call that a victory.
Come on, girl.
They're going to walk away. And thank God the old man was able to walk away and the buck stopped attacking. But see, these are the situations I talk about. See, when you're under the protection and provision of men, of course you're going to feel like you don't need no man. But what happens when you're in a situation like this lady was with this damn deer and you can't call the police because there's no police there? What happens when nature gets scary? What happens when I keep telling you guys, if we ever have another war, y'all thinking that it's going to be the old school war, like we're going to go out there with guns and we're going to go out there with planes like the old Red Tails. No. New war is going to be fought biologically. And it's going to be fought through technology. I repeat, new wars will be fought biologically and through technology. Doesn't mean there won't be any ground fighting, but that's not going to be the main sense of attack. So nowadays, when there's inevitably another war, you know what the first thing they're going to do is? They're going to let off an EMP. If you don't know what an EMP is, basically going to knock out all the electricity, all the internet, all the power in an area. Okay, so guess what you won't be able to do? Call the cops, call the ambulance, call the fire department, call for help. You won't be able to do nothing but send off a simp siren, which again in 2022, which is actually your fault. A lot of men ain't responding to that simp siren like that no more. So you better hope you have a man in the house who's obligated to protect you, whether that be your man, your father, whoever that man is. All right. But this is what we've been trying to tell you guys. Now, the coronavirus should have warned women about this. Like, okay, coronavirus hit. Now people out here fighting over toilet paper. Now you can't come outside unless you're an essential employee. Now jobs that aren't essential getting eliminated. They don't need no paper pushers. All right, all those degrees don't really matter no more. We only need people who doing stuff that actually is essential to us staying alive. And your ass locked in the house and you can't come outside and there's less access to the police. And if the buck decides to nut because he's buck, you're all on your own. You're all on your own. And these are the situations y'all don't think about when y'all say, hey, what I need a man for? I don't need no man. Luckily, again, like I said, this woman had one, because if she didn't, that buck had her down. He could have did anything to her at that point. It ain't take no time. It was like a 3-second interval between her hitting that buck and the buck knocking her down. Now that old ass man was at least able to stay on his feet. He got a horn up his ass, but he was able to stay on his feet. He was at least able to do that. She couldn't even do that. So these are the situations, okay? We made a little comedy out of this. We had a little fun, but seriously, guys, these are the situations that show why women need men to protect them. Okay, I understand that we have implemented things and it's like, okay, I have the police, I have all this stuff, but when the shit hits the fan, okay, all right, when there's an EMP drop, when the invaders are attacking as much as I hate to say it, women are the spoils of war, which means the men come through. If there ain't no men there to protect you, then they say, you my chick now. And 9 times out of 10, you're probably just going to bend over. The likelihood you're going to fight is slim to none. All right. Or you're going to send the simp siren off and hope someone comes to save you. But if there's no one there, then you have the option to stand up for your rights and die for them, or to just bend over. And the reality is, most of the time, you're just probably just going to bend over. So I want you to think about situations like this, situations where you aren't in a controlled environment, when you're walking, okay, and a guy decides to take his shot at raping you, which we obviously hope never happens. But you need the simp siren, and you need men to want to protect you. You need men to want to provide provision for you. You need to respect that ability and that trait of men and nurture that trait and stop telling them that you don't need it. So when situations like this happen, married men will be more inclined to come and save you, as this man did this woman who he obviously cares about. And the only way we're going to get back to a point where that'll be the norm is if you guys start shutting up about how I don't need nobody to protect me, I can protect myself, because you can't. You can't. Without the conveniences that the modern man have provided and the modern world has provided, you can't. When the buck come and you're by yourself and it's you and that buck, you in big trouble. And you're going to scream, you're going to yell for help. And if you want help to keep coming, I suggest you stop acting like you don't need it. But this is a fun way of me getting that point across, okay? Yeah, definitely, men and women still need each other, all right? There'll be videos like this for the men to remind the men of why they may need women too. But this one is for y'all, ladies. When the buck attacks, what are you going to do? When it's time to fear the deer, what are you going to do? All right? I am Alex, and I am out. Peace.